What a frustrating roller coaster of a match as the derby ends 2-2 at the carpet. Not the way I wanted to start my Sunday. Let's get into it. Good morning, my peoples. Welcome back to the Counterattack. I hope you and yours are doing very, very well. It is Derby Day, the North London Derby. Arsenal versus you-know-who. And I looked at the lineups this morning, my people. We had the early match today on Sunday. And a few changes. Looking at this lineup, I knew it was going to be a little bit difficult of a game because there are several injuries, it seems. Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah starting up top together, which means Trossard is out, Martinelli is out, but David Raya gets another start in net for the Arsenal. It looks like he's the number one choice, honestly, my people. And, Spurs are doing much, much better lately. They're playing a lot better under Big Ange. And honestly, I knew today was going to be a tough one, but hoping for all 3 points because, as you know, we have to keep pace with City or else it'll be over in the first few weeks of the season. So the match starts, and you can already tell from the jump it's going to be a spicy affair, my people. Spurs fouling us a lot, jumping and being very reckless. The referee, he needed to get control over this one from the beginning. Spurs, though, still, despite their fouling hard, they're still trying to play out of the back because that's what Ange likes to do. And honestly, to start off that first half, we looked on top of them. They kept on giving it away over and over and over again, and we have to turn a few of these pressing opportunities, these counter presses, into chances and into goals. When Spurs turn it over deep in their half, we have to turn it into goals, and that's exactly what we did on 26 minutes, my people. A little bit of a counter attack. You already know what it is. Down the left, Odegaard, he finds Saka. Saka cuts in on his left foot and tries to curl it into the far post, but oh boy, it is the clown of the village fool, Christian Romero. How this man ever won a World Cup? He is the luckiest man on earth. He sticks a leg out for no real reason, and it deflects into the goal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Pretty good start to the half. In the first half, our presses, our traps for Tottenham trying to play out of the back were working like an absolute charm, leading to multiple chances. Gabriel Jesus, he had a huge chance in that first half, and for some reason, he blazes it over the goal. Poor finishing. We have to capitalize these, or they will come back to bite us. In the last 10 minutes of the first half is really where the game started to change, my people. A lot of people are going to say it started to change in the second half, but that is not true at all. Last 10 minutes of the first, Spurs really just gained more confidence out of nowhere. I really have no idea where they got it from because, honestly, they were pretty bad in that first half, giving the ball away in all sorts of dangerous situations. But, oh my goodness, here we go. On 42 minutes, Spurs equalize. Heung-min Son. Absolutely ridiculous. By the way, this was after Raya pulled off a magnificent save from Brendan Johnson. 1-1, Son scores from Maddison. He gets the best of Saka down the left-hand side, cuts it back, and Son finishes off the inside of the far post. And I think the life went out of us right then and there. It kind of went out of me sitting here watching it. The bad news just keeps on rolling in, my people. After missing so many chances and not being too clinical at all, Arteta is forced into at least one change at halftime, even though he made two. Declan Rice coming off with an injury. That is horrendous news for us because, honestly, other than him and Partey, I think they're the only ones that can play the lone six in our setup. Jorginho comes on for Rice. Looks like he had a calf injury, in Vieira, who kind of looked a little bit out of the game at the end of that first half. He goes off, and Havertz coming on, and I don't know. Our timid play started at the end of the first half, and it sort of continues into the second, but, oh, my people, there is a penalty, another set piece we look dangerous on. Remember the days when we were horrible at set pieces? Now it's a danger every time we send the ball in. Ball comes in on a corner. It's sort of like it just bobbles around in the box, comes to White. He shoots it, and Romero, I have no idea what this clown is doing again. Sticks his hand out. It's all flailing out. Ball hits his hand. A stone wall penalty. Saka converts from the spot. 2-1 Arsenal. Just as I was celebrating, just as happiness was creeping back into my day, my people, I go from elation to absolute disaster. What was it, a minute and a half later? Oh my goodness, Spurs come down and Jorginho, What is Jorginho doing? Dawdling on the ball. He gets it confused between his two left feet. Spurs steal it. Play Son in. Goal. 2-2. And from this point on, we played absolutely horrible. And Son scored in what was it? The 55th minute? So 55 minutes left in the game, and we look absolutely horrendous. I'm punching the air already. I'm upset. From the Jorginho mistake, you could just tell the life went out of the stadium just a little bit. The belief went out of the players a lot, because from that point onward, Odegaard was putting in a horrendous performance. Saka looked off it. Nketiah looked gassed. So did Gabriel Jesus, and that's understandable for Jesus. He hasn't played in a while. Havertz didn't offer much, and honestly, the defense was just trying to keep it together, keep it from getting a little bit out of hand, because Spurs look much more comfortable in that second half, not looking good at all. Them just batting it around, getting chances. Raya, he was okay today. Not really great with the distribution. And oh boy, honestly, for most of that second half, I'm watching the game and hoping they don't get a third. Chances were few and far between in the second half for us. Honestly, we looked horrendous through the middle. Without Rice, Jorginho just wasn't up to scratch. And really, Odegaard was a little bit too far forward. Jorginho cannot play a lone six. It just can't happen. I was several times during that second half, I was sitting there begging, calling for El Neni to come back onto the pitch, just to give us a little bit more stability in that midfield from Spurs getting a third goal. It didn't happen. The match ends 2-2, and I'm disappointed by the game. I thought in the first half we played well. We were on top of them. We started well. We missed so many gilt-edged chances. Gabriel Jesus, I'm looking at you. You should be finishing that. You had the whole goal wide open. Vicario is all the way back on his line. He skies it over the goal. Horrendous. Spurs turned it over so many times in that first half. And we had chances and chances to have chances. And we just did not capitalize on any of it. Missed chances, the injury to Rice, and just big mistakes killed us today, especially for that first goal. I'm kind of looking at Raya there. He kind of flaps at it and puts it back into play. Mistakes, injuries, and missed chances today. 2-2, that's the way it ends. Thank you for sticking with me, my people. Please slap that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.